Hi students, this is Anuva from AglaSem and today we will discuss the questions and answers of class 9th English chapter 6, My Childhood. So now turn to page number 75 of your Beehive textbook and watch this video till the end. Question number 1 is, answer these questions in 1 or 2 sentences each. Question number 1 is, where was Abdul Kalam's house? So the answer is Abdul Kalam's house was on the Mosque Street in the Rameshwaram in the former Madras state. Second, what do you think Dinamani is the name of? Give a reason for your answers. Answer is Dinamani could be the name of a newspaper because Abdul Kalam used to try to trace the stories of the Second World War, which his brother-in-law told him in the headlines in Dinamani. Third is, who were Abdul Kalam's school friends? What did they later become? So the answer is, Abdul Kalam had 3 close friends in school, Ramananda Sastri, Aravindan and Siva Prakashan. Ramanandan Sastri took over the priesthood of the Rameshwaran temple from his father. Aravindan started a business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims and Siva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. Question number 4 says, how did Abdul Kalam earn his first wages? So the answer is, during the Second World War, the newspapers were bundled and thrown out of a moving train. Abdul Kalam earned his first wages by helping his cousin, who distributed newspapers in the Rameshwaram to catch these bundles. Question number 5 says, had he earned any money before that? In what way? So the answer is yes, Abdul Kalam had earned some money before he started helping his cousin. He used to collect and sell tamarind seeds at a provision shop during the Second World War, earning 1 anna for a day's collection. Now moving further, question number 2 says, answer the questions in a short paragraph about 30 words. First part is, how does the author describe his father, his mother and himself? So the answer is, Kalam's father, Jainullabuddin, was not a wealthy or educated person. However, he was an honest and generous man who possessed great innate wisdom. He was self-disciplined and avoided all inessential luxuries. Kalam's mother, Ashiamma, was an ideal helpmate to her husband. She believed in goodness and profound kindness and fed many people every day. The author describes himself as a short boy with undistinguished looks who had a secure childhood. He is an honest and self-disciplined person who believes in goodness and deep kindness. Second part is, what characteristics does he say he inherited from his parents? Answer is, the author inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Third, discuss these questions in the class with your teacher and then write down your answers in 2 or 3 paragraphs each. First, on the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups, says the author. Which social groups does he mention? Were these groups easily identifiable, for example, by the way they dressed? So the answer is, the author mentions the 2 major religious groups of India, Hindus and Muslims, as the social predominant in the Rameshwaram. Yes, these groups were easily identifiable. The factors that demarcated these groups from one another were their dressing sense and the place they lived in. Abdul Kalam wore a cap which marked him as a Muslim. Besides, he lived on the Mosque Street. On the other hand, his friend Ramananda Sastri wore the sacred thread as he belonged to an orthodox Hindu Brahmin family? Second, were they aware only of their differences, or did they also naturally share friendships and experiences? Think of a bedtime stories in Kalam's house of who his friends were and of what used to take place in the pond near his house. So the answer is they naturally shared friendships and experiences. Abdul Kalam was a Muslim while his friends were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. However, they were tied with a strong bond of friendship. Besides this friendship, during the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, Kalam's family arranged boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site. Moreover, events from the Ramayana and from the life of Prophet were the bedtime stories his mother and grandmother would tell the children of their family. All these incidents show that different social groups co-inhabited in Rameshwaram. Moving further, the question is, the author speaks both of people who were very aware of the differences among them and those who tried to bridge these differences. Can you identify such people in the text? So the answer is Kalam mentions two people who were very aware of these differences among the two religious groups. One of them was the new teacher of Abdul Kalam's school who did not let Abdul Kalam and his friend Ramananda Shastri sit together. Moving further, fourth part is narrate two incidents that show how differences can be created and also how they can be resolved. How can people change their attitudes? So students, the answer is, when Kalam was in 5th standard, a new teacher came to his class. The teacher was a bigot and could not tolerate Kalam, who was a Muslim, to sit with Ramananda Shastri, who was a Hindu priest's son. Thus, he changed Kalam's seat. This broke the heart of the two boys. When Ramananda Shastri's father came to know about it, he rebuked the teacher for spreading communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. The teacher apologized and regretted his behavior. Second question, first part is, why did Abdul Kalam want to leave Rameshwaram? So the answer is, Kalam wanted to leave Rameshwaram for further studies. He wanted to study at the district headquarters in Ramananthapuram. Second question is, what did his father say to this? Answer is, after giving his consent to Kalam for pursuing his higher studies in Ramananthapuram, Kalam's father said that he knew Kalam had to go away to grow and follow his dreams. He gave the analogy of a seagull that flies across the sun alone without a nest. He then quoted Khalil Gibran to Kalam's mother, saying that their children were not their own. They were the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through their parents, but not from them. Parents may give love to their children, but not their thoughts, as children have their own thoughts. Part third is, what do you think his words mean? Why do you think he spoke those words? So answer is, the words he spoke reveal his viewpoint. He believed that at some point of time, children will leave their home and parents to follow their dreams and to grow as an individual. Just like a seagull flies away alone and finds its own food and nest, children will leave their parents to make their own life and family. Parents can merely nurture their children with love. They cannot give them their thoughts. The children have their own opinions and beliefs. He spoke these words to comfort Kalam's mother, who was probably hesitant to let Kalam leave Rameshwaram. Besides, he could also be consoling his own self for the same. So students, that's it for the video. I hope you have received the answers for all the questions. In case of any query, drop a comment in the comment section and subscribe to our channel for watching more such videos. Thank you.